It's Strictly Football Podcast, the ultimate Botswana's #1 football value chain conversations platform. Welcome to episode 8 of It's Strictly Football Podcast. We're back again. A lot of conversations that we have today, from the just ended Premier League to the transfers and also the two finals. Maybe let's start with the two finals, DTCB and Orange FA. How are you guys? What do you think? Anything on the final so far?
Yo. What's up, fam? Yeah, Mr. O, the biggest brand, you know.
Yeah.
Mate.
Yeah, man. What's up? Oh, good. Maybe first things first, shout out to our biggest fan, Maimo Temuho. You know, that is our very first fan.
Okay. That's very important.
Shout out to our biggest fan.
Kino
Star on there.
Okay.
All the way from JWANENG, right?
Yeah, all the way from JWANENG. That's our big star.
Big up. Yeah, we met at the Orange FA.
Orange FA Cup.
Okay.
She's
interested. She's very happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, very happy. She's very happy.
Oh, okay. Shout out to you, man. So what's your take on DTCB?
Yeah, DTCB was well. Okay, fine. Let me.
The final. GU versus Sorap.
I thought the final was well organized. Save for that small glitch here, the entrance, I go to VIP.
What happened?
There was an issue where GU decided not to take part. They had momentarily boycotted the awards because they were not happy with some of the logistics, because I think they were denied access into the VIP sitting area. I think it was a technical glitch. Aside from that, I thought it was well organized. The final was lively. GU came to the party as always. Orapa played well, contrary to the scoreline. Is it a 5-0 win?
It's 5.
Yeah, it's
5-0, yeah, man. Neymar was...
So you expected those scores or you didn't expect those scores?
I expected a lot more.
Oh, expected more?
I expected more, given that it was Orapa's first time, but I thought they gave a good account for themselves. But under GU was well drilled and ready to deliver, and they did deliver. The team to beat is GU right now.
So what's your take, maybe starting from the outside into the game, were you happy? Were sitting somewhere up there? The treatment was quite good. Shout out to Orange. What do you say?
Yeah, no, I think DTCB, okay, firstly, Raba.
You started with DTCB.
I get it. No, I think they're doing good for women football. It's coming along quite well. Yeah, we won in the semi-finals and the final. I think I was happy personally with all the teams. I think Orapa, like you're saying, it's a relatively new team. They're like 3 years into it. Already they made the final at DTCB and they gave a good account of themselves. But we stay 5-0, yes. GU is very strong, my guy, mind you. Neymar got a hat-trick on the day. I mean, she scores goals all the time. So, yeah, but all in all, I think it was well organized. Yeah, save for that, like Matt said, but ultimately football won.
But you impressed most by the Orapa Navane? You want to say something about it? Yeah.
No, I think she's a lovely player. We should be seeing her in the national team in the next few years. Yeah.
You see one of the top teams that's making her?
Yeah, no.
Probably GU.
Is Orapa very good team?
No, Orapa is building right. Orapa is
but
new,
also
3 years.
they have the backing of the mind, so
You think in the next 2-3 years they'll be a force?
I think there will be a force. I think there will definitely be a force. I was very impressed with their in number 9 and also Dimpo, right? And also they had another. Is it left back? Oh no, right back. They are right back. They are taking it's hella right. So go lefting, but you know she was really doing well, flying in those tackles. You know, she didn't shy away from the tackle. That's the one thing that impressed me the most, because I think one of the weaknesses that and complain about our girls is that they're soft. So I have a compete internationally. You know, they tend to shy away from physical combat. I mean, she was going all in those tackles. I was very happy. She didn't win all of them, but she was very happy and very eager to put her leg in there. So I think Orapa did well for me.
So yeah, shout out to DTCB, man, for organizing such a beautiful masterpiece of a project. Shout out to GU. This is the second time I'm going to say congratulations to Harbour United.
Yo,
many ladies.
Congratulations. So that's how we start episode 8.
GU is doing something right, eh?
Yeah. Say something about GU.
Harbour is doing something right. The results that we see on the pitch, they don't start on the field. They start back office when we are planning for the season, who's doing what. I think the team is well oiled, both on the side there, the ladies and the men. They're doing something right. For them to win both, I think it's history. I don't think any other team has ever done that. So I think it's a blueprint that other teams should look into. both teams are going to CAF.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. That's a big one. So roaring, other teams maybe take a leaf or take a look and see, okay, what are they doing that we are not doing? But kudos to them, man. I think they deserve a pat on the shoulder for that.
Okay, there were 2 finals. We can't dwell on one. We spoke about Orange FA as well.
Yeah.
You want to say something about?
I
I know Matt is a bit disappointed. Let me share this first.
The Galaxy. Yeah.
Let me share this first. Our viewers need to know this. So we're supposed to shoot at the final immediately after the game, but we didn't. This episode was supposed to be shot
At the final.
on Friday after the final, but we didn't because of him.
Because of Matt. Matt, you're going to sabotage the layman.
No, I'll explain why we didn't. I'll explain why. But there was a technical reason behind
Although the technical
Yes.
switching it is safe.
So why didn't we shoot him right now? We were supposed to shoot and
No, we're only going to shoot if security
Seems
systems
one.
on.
Oh, okay. So no one bias. Okay. Yeah, but I told
we got a
you.
16 bullet data. He's watching every day. He's
And we
gonna watch.
support
He's
him.
gonna watch this and now I will later. But can't tell will listen more like.
No, we support him. You know, we expected them to win, but we just knew that systems would put a good account for themselves.
But I did tell you, Matt, we were here to have it on record. The Rossi is taking this one.
Yeah, he did. He was always
Matt
there.
thrives in controversy. He just wanted that upside. So it didn't happen, and we decided not to shoot in his support because he nearly cried, man. He was crying. So talk about the downs of the game. What did you think that you think was not good?
Friday.
The games, I was a bit said, okay, first thing on the pitch, I think security systems caught caught Joining Galaxy on by surprise, you know. They did come to the party. For the first 20 minutes of the game, it was all systems. Only that they did not convert the few chances that they had in that time. And you know, it's a final. In a final, if you don't score, the other team scores, and that's it. But I thought they played well. But my biggest worry with that, I believe that we picked the wrong game to try other things. I believe that we tried. The referee was the lady Joyce. She's a very good referee. I just thought the level was a tad bit higher than her, and we should not. I think the organizing team, BFA, and that should be a note to take. They should not have tried to experiment a game in Senyan. Things could easily get out of hand, as we saw, and then it becomes a big ISO. I mean, for the first things first. It's a big final. You want to have a referee with a bit of more experience. Remember, we had international guests and media all over at all level, and then next thing, the referee is failing to take authority of the game, you know, because he's a tad bit higher than her. Case in point, there was that penal, that controversy, that Muti controversy. Okay, team is they all use
No,
that.
but at some point we need to talk about JWANENG being the common denominator whenever it comes into this. It happened where they were doing that. It also happened.
No, JWANENG believes big time in that. But all our local teams, they use Muti. The only problem is when the other team starts using it. They don't want the other team to use it. All teams are only when the opponent uses it.
But before game,
Sometimes it's mind games. You know.
Still, I gotta joining
because it doesn't look good.
You never before game is smaller. You didn't allow them. I mean, but now my point, like, you feel like it's not a good thing, it's not a good side. Hey, you don't have to do whatever in front of us. Yeah,
I saw calendar stars also. They were doing some
instructions.
yeah, like Matt is saying, almost every team is partaking in this multi stuff.
Yeah, but we can do it in a manner that is a bit well organized.
But yeah, I understand you get booked.
Because it's okay. People should do what they
want. Yes,
but there has to be a particular level of respect
to the other team. With systems and there were fights. There were 2 red cards on both ends. You understand?
There were like 6 red cards.
There were like
so
6.
players were outside.
Players.
Because I only
and 2 bench players the Galaxy and whatnot.
Yeah. So you see, now going back to that issue, referee, when we had that controversy, I was really disappointed to see the referee run away from the action. True. And then referee had to consult the 4th official, consult the lineman. I mean, as a referee, outside decision to book a player. harna VAR, so the referee we expect you to make the first decision, but where you consult the player, having the fourth official calm the game for you. That says what? The fourth, the match officials, the level commissioner, they don't have confidence in you. They needed to find a fourth person to protect you, but the referee na control and game. You saw also with the penalty. What happens when the penalty players are protesting? The linemen get calm the situation, hello everything. Referee we made go morago, we made the situation in the calm, and then in actually this a game official. So that for me said, you know what? Maybe the game was a bit higher than the referee was.
But you are not taking away the fact that she's a very good.
She's a very good referee,
and she even got the award.
She got the award for that.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
She handled the game well.
She's a very good referee, but I think the authority. To stamp
the game was just
fine. But the issue is it's a final and it's going to get charged. In those moments, that's why you need the referee. That's why you saw extra time 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And then she blew the whistle. Let's stop the game. I mean, that says what the referee was now unsettled in the game as well. So, but aside from that, I thought the final
ladies and gentlemen, that's 5% of the reasons why Matt cried and we didn't shoot. What do you say about systems, man?
Let me talk about the game.
Okay.
I think
you don't have a message for systems because they're going to the Rory end. They didn't finish the cup.
No, personally, I didn't expect them to win it, but I think they gave a good account of themselves. I think they're a good side. They're a good side. When you have a number thrown a bit of life into the team, they have good players, man. They have good players.
They really have players.
I think Mike was exceptional on the day. The energy was good. He was going up and down. You understand?
If System had won, Mike would have been
man of the match. And I think he was exceptional on the day. I think it was a good final overall. It's idiot. But other than that, on the field, I think, ultimately experience the galaxy shown through in the end, you understand? If you look at the systems, measure them pound for pound to a certain extent, the experience comes through. It's shown. Galaxy is the defending champion. They managed to snatch the victory at the end. So we congratulate them. I think Poko is on his.
Shout out to JWANENG, man.
And they're going for KF as
well. And they're
going
for KF. And one of the things Coach 16 said that they had a press conference. It was nice, man. They had a nice post-match press conference. It was quite good. So he had said, you know what, they had to go back to Africa. They came into that game knowing that they didn't have an option but to go back to Africa. So you always like teams with ambition like that.
No,
who know what they want and they go for it.
Also, I think in the past few years, Galaxy have ventured into Africa. I don't think they have done bad, honestly. I think they've fared fairly well. They've gone to Morocco, back upset Wydad, Orlando Pirates. You understand? I think they've done quite well in Africa. So I think for them and for us as a country, it's best to more careful. But the experience player will take it back into the national team.
Shout out to them, man. We spoke about JWANENG and just their players in terms of age and everything. Do you think they're gonna go with this style or strategy of saying let's release quite a few of them because they're aging, or they have a choice now because they're going back in trouble? Because they need that experience.
You need that experience, but also, I think they should inject in a bit of youthful exuberance here and there. Already there are quite young players. Bukolahano, you have
who had I realized yesterday that he played almost all the games from
and
he played Orange, he played
and also finally I think he was brilliant. I felt like he was brilliant.
Made a number of assists, I think about 7 or 8. I learned that yesterday and did a mini research about it.
No, I think they need to inject in youthful players, say 3, 4, 5. But
they're not super active on the market.
Not yet.
Not yet. The market
Okay.
is
Market is-
The
Sanzi was how we
scouts
supposed
are at work. The scouts are at work. The scouts the Sanzi compile the report.
How we supposed to see why nkare ya hetsa ya?
No, it's so horrible. Galaxy, remember, they were competing for the league right about towards maybe week 28.
So what's the similar conversation?
So, but with Galaxy, you know, I think they really need more players. Kana how to make careful. You need a big squad, not just players, because Kana how to make
But same as G. G doesn't
same
have a
as G. Yeah, they need a coup. But for now, I get our Galaxy. GU has a bit of youth, so when they have a lot of beef up here and there. If you are taking a squad of maybe 22 players across to play in Algeria, I don't know how the flights go by, how moita, by France, Pele, and about Dubai, the stopover barring, you need the players in the city to play because of fatigue on catcher. And I mean, if they tend to compete, they're going to need a big squad, but more so that they have an aging squad, okay?
Yeah.
The squad is quite fit and they're quite professional, but they have an aging squad. They need to inject more life into it because we want to see them compete again next season.
So what are acids then? Sipiriza FA Cup Chima gents.
Okay, shout out to Jima on this.
5 consecutive FA Cup.
Yes,
So if you want the FA Cup, just sign
Get yourself to
Chichima.
Chima.
You don't have to pay him, just have him.
As long as it's there.
As long as it's there.
5 in a row.
Shout out to him, and that's a nice history for him.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for the.
Mahachi has 4 as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
it's quite similar.
yeah,
Mahachi is 4, Major is 4, Naleako, Rapa, Leako.
I know they've been winning.
They've been winning. I think
winning.
Galaxy is a pool of winners.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
you understand.
Okay, now that's it with our 2 finals. I believe it's safe to say we had fun.
Yeah, we had fun.
There was quite an interesting atmosphere. We met people met us, and let's talk about. I don't know if this. Okay, I believe it's a shocker because as much as we spoke, I think we spoke about SMAR in 2 or so episodes about this move to SUA, how it was nearing, etc., etc. It has happened.
It has happened.
Is it a shocker that it happened?
No, it's
we
not a
we knew there were rumors.
For me, it's not a shocker. SMAR is, 33 this year?
Yeah.
He's in the latter stages of his career. He needs to get the best out of whatever he can get. He recently got married now. He's a family man. He needs to provide for the family. And we know, I mean, it's an open secret. During the township rollers and, you know, he needed to start thinking about life after football, life beyond the current season. It's so when an opportunity came, an exciting project that Nicola, who knows how to get the best out of him. I'm not too surprised he left. I'm just looking forward. You know, SMAR is a big brand. I don't know how many players in the country will have a bigger brand than him as an individual. SMAR is that guy who, when he's playing, you know, 100 or 200 fans.
So you see him influencing sale of merchandise?
Definitely.
You see him influencing the players to go to Rapa as well? Because you would want to go to SUA. You would want to play alongside him.
Definitely. And I can't wait for the game SUA Rollers. I can't wait to see him face his old. You know, he's been a Rollers boy for a very long time.
Yeah.
So you know, it's an exciting. These are exciting times for me.
So if I'm a Rollers fan and I'm thinking, but there's some idea Siam. Did he go too soon? Did he commit too soon with SUA?
No, I don't think he committed too soon. He's been potential roller for how long? How many years now?
So many years.
Yeah.
That's like looking at what plus 10, right?
Well, more than 10 years.
Yeah.
So if roller say allows contract SMAR to go up to the very last day, my guy, you can't say it's
But
too
their
soon.
operations was to allow contracts to go up. I mean, there are so many contracts that are.
But you are SMAR.
Was that by design or by
But you are SMAR.
I think it was by design.
How na guarantee I would do it? Yeah, Siama. But when at that time you have life, you have bills to pay, you have commitment.
Offers to respond to.
You understand? The moment you don't take some offers, you go back to that offer. But now we have passed that stage.
Do you see him coming back to Rollers at some point?
No.
Maybe in the after.
Not as a footballer.
Not as a player. Because you know what? let's not make it seem like things went bad just this season. Maybe, but this is a guy who's been in Rollers for the past 10 years or so. So
this is making a high influential.
High influential.
That's my point.
There was a time when Shah left, and then things went bad. He left. After that, then Sabata, Lene, things are getting better. We're excited. I was excited. I'm excited for them. I was excited for them, you know. But then, things don't go better now. In Owen was right. Things are looking on the up.
The clock is winding down.
The clock is winding down.
Anytime they may announce a big deal, they say.
Yeah, it's a promise, but we don't know, because this is not a new promise. It's a promise that has been sung for a very long time. And like I said, he's at the end of his career. He needs to make decisions that are based on himself, and he needs to be selfish about his career now, because after football, 2 years down the line, as now retire, no one knows who SMAR was.
The purported move of it's a move that has happened because TSOTSO did confirm it on his social media.
Or he confirmed his exit, not his future team.
So TSOTSO's move from
Rollers. Yeah,
same condition as
also his contract came to an end, and also I think SMAR. You understand? You are at an advanced age. You need a good contract, my guy. You don't need a lot of uncertainty. Apparently, he's going to Dinare. Personally, I think it would be a good move for Dinare. Yeah, for TSOTSO. I think TSOTSO has played. Has played for big clubs all his career. Pressurized teams. Right now, I think TSOTSO can go there, chill, impart knowledge to the youngsters. And I think he's a brilliant role model. You understand? Dinare will benefit from TSOTSO as well. The fan base, I mean, RAMAKGATHI should be buzzing right now. Everybody should want to go watch TSOTSO. Yeah, if indeed he's going there.
I think we're going to watch a lot of football with RAMAKGATHI this season.
Yeah, we're going to watch a lot of football.
Because I hear they don't want to buy any status. They want to play and compete.
That's
what we want.
And already they've brought in a few players. Yeah, they got RAMAKGATHI from SOA. Yeah, they got Buru. From Ghana.
Yeah. What a player.
And previously from Sharps.
What a player.
Yeah,
that was our player, Sharps, man.
Ronnie brilliant. I like what Dinare is doing, honestly. I like what they're doing. TSOTSO had to leave. Guys, you remember, I think we spoke about this before. Rollers need to make a bold move now. It's time. They're in the same boat as Galaxy. Most of their key players were aging. They need to start facing them off. Maybe these guys going is not maybe so much to the loss of Rollers, to the benefit of them. But Rollers are winner because you know what? It opens up space to bring in fresh blood and new blood, because they need to get young stars in the team. Rollers it's a fan attraction. It's a star attraction. They've lost how they get TSOTSO. They've lost SMAR. Mosha is not settled.
Also, they need to discuss on Sikil. I think
they need to discuss on
Sikil. And they already signed
RAMAKGATHI
from
and they retained Papa. These guys, Rollers needs to refresh. But beyond the refresh, they need to get their house in order. Rollers' house needs to get in order. Fans need reassurance. Players need reassurance. Not reassurance of the mouth. Reassurance. But I saw them being linked to or he will be the new CEO.
Shout out to him. I hope and wish they do that.
If they get him as the new CEO, I'm getting Rollers.
But I'm not sure as CEO in terms of support. But let's hope they'll give him the support. He's a great administrator.
But the thing,
so let's wish him all the best.
MOLF is a good administrator.
They get more from getting there.
Let them give him. MOLF has space to admin football.
Yeah, but one thing is having ideas, and another thing is being given a chance to implement your ideas. You understand? So we can only hope and pray Batam will have the support that he needs. Because as a CEO, you want so and so, you don't want so and so. So there's going to have to be a lot of changes that are going to be happening. So we have to support
it. I have a question. He have to be very bold.
I have a question. Timida
CEO.
But the CEO should be running the team.
The rules need to be clear. Okay.
The executive committee should stay somewhere there.
Executive committee, CEO run a team.
I think
these are exciting times we have.
For me, I think all these things we have been saying about maybe Tachi should move it commercial.
Yeah,
I
these are
think
things
that-
we've
I
been
think
saying.
they're doing that.
They're doing that, but we also need to know what do we need reassurance. The executive committee, the commercial wing to do things. Remember they've tried that before.
We'll be at the press MOLF. We'll ask him.
We'll ask him that because you remember they've done that cabinet before when things were looking good and suddenly Mamelodi is gone and then we can't keep singing the same song. We need to see them move because MOLF will take them to the promised land. That I can guarantee you.
100%. He's been good, man. Look how he is right Palape. He showed that there was that triple P model. He showed the measure of a number of teams that were not even that were rivals, etc. I think this CV is quite accomplished. All the best to you, MOLF. What other transfer are we missing?
But also, we see rollers they have tied down Papama to 2 more years. Is it a sign of bigger things to come? But when no more convince the grass is not green.
Where was he going?
No, we don't know where he was going, but okay, rumors were saying Center Chiefs and whatnot, but ultimately he renewed for rollers. So
you believe it's a big cash?
I think as much as rollers needs to bring in new young players, you also need to keep some experienced players. Papama could be one of those.
So you sleep well when SMAR is gone, when TSOTSO is gone, but Papama is
no, right now it's not about me as a Township supporter, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking in from outside.
But they need to keep Sutbeth. They need to keep Sutbeth. Yeah, no, they need to keep that strike.
Why?
Top strike.
You think it's good?
Top strike.
What about that? If they give Tau chance.
He scored, I don't know, 1 goal. He's going to score 2 goals in the next 80 games.
So they need to keep him.
They need to keep him. He's a good player.
Why?
He sells t-shirts or what?
He sells t-shirts. Very hard-working player.
No.
He's playing. He needs to go, man. Tau Yatsola needs another partner, then they should be good.
Oh, Yatsola needs to be loaned to GNT.
To GNT?
Yeah, he needs to get more game time, causing...
No, Tau Yatsola is getting game time.
Why not Santa Green?
No, he needs to
Santa Green. Look, Santa Green.
No, Santa Green, no. Security systems, I found where he can play.
So you think he has to drop a bit?
He has to drop a bit. Security systems, he'll get time to play.
We are talking about... I don't want this controversy. He's talking about my boy. No comment. You're talking about Lumano at Santa Green. You see good things or you...
Lo is my big bro. I love Lu.
It's a homeboy as well, so you're biased.
I love Lu. I think he's done well. Promote the VTM too. Also promote Santa Green. I think it speaks...
What is his specialty?
Yeah, the thing with promoting is that you end up being that guy who's called to promote.
Who's called to promote?
Yeah, and
when the going gets tough, they start. Yeah, you become well known for promoting.
Yeah,
but it's a very good
He's a good coach.
Who should be given some.
Can I tell you something? What I thought, what I want to happen, I wish, I would have wished for Lu to come into rollers. I think I think he has a lot of unfinished business at Township.
Let's see what he has.
It's okay. He'll finish it in some years to come. Right now, let him guide Santa Green
to a top finish.
Yeah, to a top.
No, that's too ambitious.
Yeah, we are.
That's too ambitious.
No, we are very ambitious.
I mean, already we're talking about Wosu, we're talking about Womuru, we're talking about teams that are beef of that squad.
Yeah,
so top 8 won't be top 8 what
going to send 5. No, but guys, I think these teams are ready. Santa Green, Police 11, Le Calendar Stars. When it's serious, these teams need to beef up their squads. The mistake that these teams make is we tend to overhype our players and believe our players are promoting and get on the keeper Moliki. That is not happening.
So you want to release players that has always been an argument.
But also you need a good balance.
Do you bring them or you?
No, you need a good balance. You understand?
Kaswana Santoro release about promoting.
Yeah, because you might be good enough to get promotion, but not good enough to stay in the top league. And also, some players because they've been in the Premier, but the Kiddy has been, they're over the hill. You just get them because the experience you understand? So you need a good balance. So we need to keep some players who are promoting teamy and get a few players who are experience at the Premier League. You understand? To try survive. Firstly, you survive, then you go up.
So I agree, 100%. Talk about calendar stance. It looks like ita be release mo ita be I ga to irang yan veila mo go ebi ka di 20 something which means that in terms of resources they are very resourced. So how easy or difficult is it for calendar stars to compete in terms of getting players? Le hale bona ba buile gore they are not for sale and they are there to compete.
Buzwani has made it clear that big up to him, and I think he's done well with this project. He's made it clear that they are there to compete. I think the value of that is that Kotafiki, the best they can hope is maybe get a few fringe players on loan. You understand? Because sometimes there's a teammate and if you get 3-4 players on loan and then so that you don't want to integrate the squad that would be more than enough. But the first thing with the calendar stars is that they need to understand that Traffic in a compete they are not on the same level as Traffic. If anything, they can learn from Traffic. Okay, that they should be looking forward get to this year festive season to make the most out of it. They should work on signing players, realistic contracts. Let's not promise players what we can't get. Let's offer players what we have in our capacity. Players know, if you keep your weight, players will know, players will appreciate. Because they know, as calendar stars, you are playing for calendar stars, but let's face it, next 2-3 years, you want to play for one of the big teams locally or even abroad, you understand? You are playing for calendar stars, whether you want to make a Traffic or maybe Corollas or Center Chiefs. But the point is, while you are still playing for calendar stars, let's treat you right. Let's ensure that what we promise you, we give you, and we give you a platform to shine.
Yeah, personally, I feel like there's a lot of talent that side. It's not necessarily about getting players from Traffic or competing with Traffic. Ghetto and the surroundings, there's a lot of talent. The other time, lay 11 Angels, Melly King. And now we know Bomo until we know Eric Walker because of that team. Never saw I say from bigger clubs. Now there's calendar stars.
But they're coming from abroad. There
was Chedi, there was now I feel like there's players, my guy. Yeah, there are players. Some are known. They will come here and become known. Come sort of like our bigger clubs. And also, you don't just look from your neighbors. You can get players who Chobe, you can get players who Kalahadi, you can get.
You come here.
Yeah, you can come to
go to Zambia.
Or go to Traffic went somewhere. I mean, everybody who Traffic brought from outside has been brilliant, man.
Yeah.
Whoever's buying for whoever's scouting for Traffic outside.
Traffic has good scouts. I think they have good scouts. One another show or their scouts, but they are going to bring 2-3 players.
Replace Bonongo.
Lwamba is being replaced.
Compliment. Replace or compliment. Whichever is
no, let's stick to it.
Well, we haven't seen any team come out. We've seen a lot of players that have been linking with other teams. Lwamba. I think Lwamba's keen more on a move to PSL than locally. That's from how I see it. He's more keen on moving abroad than staying local.
Can you play in Kaizer Chiefs?
MOLF,
no, ask guys Lwamba.
Can you play in Kaizer Chiefs? Can you play for Kaizer Chiefs? For my beloved Kaizer Chiefs.
Anybody can play for Kaizer Chiefs. Chiefs doesn't have a strike.
Okay, personally, I've seen Chiefs and go like a Boranga.
So
no
good enough
disrespect whatsoever, but I think Lwamba has better skill set. I think he's better than that guy. Yeah.
It's not like an out and out number 9.
He can be an out and out. He can play.
He can play different
from wide. Yeah.
Exactly. Lwamba is a proper player. He can fit in any team.
So why not Rollers?
Why not Rollers? Rollers is in transition. For now, we need to see what Rollers has first. Now, this issue of Rollers signing, we don't even know if their coach is going to stay. They
have a coach.
That guy.
He's talking about a coach still.
I don't know if
he's not going.
I don't know if he's there. You can't sign players. Coaches here, you understand? No, in any instance, Rollers busy sign a player. I'm sure technical team is at the Honza. Coach has a way, have a whole different philosophy. Not any player. But coaches are here idea.
No, but it's making sense.
Your beloved parent is signing players every week. They don't have a coach. Dinari signing player.
Dinari coach. You also making sense.
Yeah, just because it's happening doesn't mean it's the right one.
So well, more fans check at
Lwamba. Coach can be there.
But I want to training ba bua gore ye ke star player wa
star. What about the false nine?
Africa we don't care. we sign players.
Gore why tshameka yang
You
gore
will
ka
adapt to the players, not the other way
No,
around.
gore me then be batla coach e le gore o dumelana le di-player tse di nang le tsone gore his style of play can match kana gore mongwe o analyze tse squad tse re nang le tsone be re me squad sa rona it's fast on the transition kana it's a holding squad re bate coach e leng gore stronger defensively be re nna re bona gore iranga
who would have analyzed that?
and o sign di-player o sign no you can't just sign players it's rule ya ge
In Africa, we sign.
We just sign players, coaches not our no ya.
that's
Rabatali.
wrong. That is wrong.
But ultimately, every coach finds players, though. There's nothing you can do about
Yeah,
it.
true.
That's fine, but
You find players.
But in terms of signing, sometimes we just have to wait and get it.
Okay.
But you can't wait in this. But Magatar no munyan ro. But Magatar no munyan. How am I player or Rotanya di sama?
To sign hela. Who's the other signing hela?
Cannot be the top transfers. We have about 5 transfers. Let's be honest.
Can I make a thing?
And I think around
Can I make one?
top 3 transfers are already okay.
It says something about our planning or lack thereof. I get it. I think you should have secured a coach well in time.
And then
But who said they don't have a coach? Vaporala.
Yeah,
Oh, in general.
but I don't know somebody.
But or let's say I'm coach, dog. Hey, I know I'm coach.
That guy's gone.
No,
What is his name? What is his name?
I didn't forget it. I didn't know his name.
You didn't know his name.
No, even
I forgot his name.
even if-
No, that guy's there. I guess we need to know if he's staying or he's
I'm
going.
some coach in Marapid, man, not that guy.
Guys, give him Rapid. The team Rapid will win the league.
But Wilshire,
not that guy.
is there. What's
Wilshere
set up additional team? Why don't we trust it? I mean, trust them. Our group, Piro we have done, 16 we have done. Who else? Why not?
Club World Cup.
Well, let's start about.
Let's get started. Sundowns playing well, man. First team from Africa to
Done.
win, to score. What can we say? Even forget the win, the way they play. Okara has a team in Africa. The way they move around the ball, those guys are well.
It's the piano
trained.
Shushan, right?
It's the piano Shushan. And of course, again, because they played Tembazwan.
Yeah.
That's the
No,
difference.
they're a good team.
What's the
They're
team?
only one at the
Hey,
thought. We
they're a good team.
related.
And they
They were a
played
good team.
They played Tembazwan.
That's
Yeah,
why they
they
won.
That's why they won.
I think so.
They should have played
So they should have
Tembazwan. They should have played him Gogo Kev.
Yeah, that's right.
Tembazwan is the difference.
But
We-
fitness.
we need to
are
put
there
respect
and
on his
necessarily-
name.
You need to put respect on his name.
No, I mean, give him shishi, man. Shikabala.
So generally, Hela, what do you think about the World Cup? Okay, I'm gonna.
The World Cup.
Hey, first of all, the fact that America have on its own.
The atmosphere is off.
The atmosphere is just
What
bad.
place is in? You understand?
Hey, my man, let the rain 30 to whatever 45 minutes. There's a lot.
The players are complaining that the heat is too much.
But I think
Do you think this is the Tony set one for the
For the World Cup.
World Cup? Do you think we're gonna experience this?
I think the World Cup needs World Cup is different, my guy. It will be better.
Ka gore tla bo re ile ko.
Yeah, happily,
Ka be se America balance.
but the attendance on is pathetic, bruh. It's crazy. But I think
But I get they're trying to build this thing into
But I think it's-
yeah.
yeah.
What do they say? Yeah,
no,
soccer.
hey, I think maybe that game
that's
individual.
right.
I think maybe some
yeah, no, I think I'm saying
competition is heading go simolla go le bonya. I don't think for now we can raise alarm. I want to be get that the game individual la go tsena maybe to the knockout stages we'll get to see.
But these other teams, this one I can't.
Everywhere.
They're from Buja. But
But
you know, Fluminense almost beat Dortmund. Did you see that?
No, I didn't watch that.
Dortmund were chasing.
no. Fluminense is a top team,
Fluminense
bruh.
go
Brazil.
Brazil. No, Fluminense has been good though.
Sundowns is ranked higher than Fluminense.
Did you see that time?
But you know, Fluminense are bad. We've already level up
If
back
you
in
see
the days.
Fluminense play City the last edition of World Cup, Fluminense is a top team.
It's a top team.
Like that, top team.
They did well. I think
Fluminense or Flamingos, the Brazilian teams are top, bruh.
So why are people expecting a lot from Inter Miami?
Why? Who's
Who do you
expecting
want?
a lot from Inter?
There's not a lot of
who do you
people
go?
like this.
Why?
Because we have the referee and we have Messi.
No. Inter Miami guys.
They are putting
Inter
too much
Miami-
pressure on our goat.
Well,
I mean,
well,
I'm not
the
seeing it.
referee
It's
is
not.
there. The
How do
referee
you
is
put
there.
Inter Miami is old, bruh. It's an Asian team.
It's
But
a
why is
professional
Beckham
team.
not buying proper players? Defenders. The
Beckham
goalkeeper
is
is good.
isn't the business of making money.
Goalkeeper Oscar Sterry. Man, you were watching that game.
and other
He's
things,
old
rent
as well.
and all that.
Kerauer, at least with me, he was making some good saves.
They need
They don't need
him.
It's not a brand that buys young players. It's a brand that buys old players, guys with image. They work with image.
It's about image rights, it's about sponsorships and
It's a
deals.
commercial thing.
It's a commercial thing.
It's a commercial
Because
thing.
the thing with MLS, there is no promotion and
Yeah, give the franchise.
give the franchise. You don't promote, you don't relegate. So you can keep your brand, dog. Otherwise, you are or not, it doesn't really matter.
Abe put it referee to mo penalty e kora be.
Put some respect on Messi's name. Put some respect on Messi's name, bro.
The greatest player of all time.
Yeah, that's the
Zidane.
So, shout out to the viewers, man. We're signing out.
Fede.